everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. It's time for our chatty get ready with me. If you are new to my channel, what I do is I just put my makeup on and we just chit chat and just talk about what went on for me this week and just whatever is in my brain. We just talk about it. So let's go ahead and get started. I have already put my skincare on and my face primer, and so let's just begin. Biggest thing this week, I went to the doctor. First time I've been out and actually went in somewhere in 3 months. And I have to tell you, I was nervous about it, but I had received several emails from my doctor's office, and this is my new doctor. I got to meet my new family physician, GP. And her name's Dr. Barrera. Dr. Barrera. And but I received several emails from him, and I also received a phone call. And I felt pretty good about it. And the building that their office is in it's all under our hospital system. And in that building is a lot of other medical facilities. So when you first walk in the door, there was a lady who asked you a bunch of questions. She wanted to know, did you have any reason to be in the building? She checked, see if you were on the schedule, and then she took my temperature, and she gave me a sheet of paper and sent me on my way to my doctor's office. And when I got there, I was the only one there. Not counting workers. I was the only patient there. And just as my nurse was taking me back, somebody came in. So they have it set up to where, there was nobody in the waiting room with me. I was in there alone. I saw the office staff come wipe things down. Before they gave me the clipboard, they wiped it all down. I felt really, really secure and good about it. And of course the nurse, the doctor, mask, gloves. So I felt real good. And I had a nice visit, and we just discussed, my history, and luckily it's within the mission system, so all of my records are electronically in there, so they can see everything from all my doctors, except now Dr. Terawaki, because she's no longer under the mission umbrella. But that's okay. So yeah, and I've got new prescriptions, and so all's good. And then I came home. It was our, the day I went to the doctor was our wedding anniversary. So we got to order from our favorite restaurant that was closed for a while, but then they opened back up. So yay. Open for takeout only, but I think North Carolina's opening up restaurants at half capacity today. I'm not sure. I know I'm not going to a restaurant, so there. Also, North Carolina, or not North Carolina, my county. I live in Buncombe County, and my county has made it mandatory that you wear a mask inside any building. You go into any building, you have to have a mask on. It is now mandatory. Although I did hear some reports today that some people are not following that rule. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. But our numbers keep going up. Our numbers are not going down. So it's a little scary, but like I feel good that now this doctor's appointment's out of my way. I have a doctor. I have my scripts. I've got that off of my mind. I'm not worrying about it anymore, and yeah. So I have a doctor I can call if I need. That was my biggest worry. Although I have a lot of doctors that I could call. My oncologist told me that if I had needed anything, I could call her. Because I have been seeing doctors, just not a GP. It's not like I'm out there without a doctor. I have lots of doctors. But anyway. Oh. Sounded like something turned off. I don't know. Maybe my son turned something off. You know how you hear an electronic device and then you don't hear it? Yeah, that just happened. I think he's working on his aquariums in his room. He has 2 turtles. Each one has their own aquarium. Because they're 2 species of turtles, and when we didn't get them at the same time, and we just didn't want to put them together because we didn't know. But yeah, he's got 2 turtles. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, my Shade and Light palette. Did y'all enjoy me showing you how to repress that? I hope so. I just thought it was something I had never shown before on my channel. So I thought you guys might be interested in that. So, yeah. And the how to clean a palette was a request from Cheryl. And so that's the reason I did that palette. That's the reason I did that video. That was for Cheryl. And found out a lot of you clean your palettes, and that's good. But I was thinking, if you purchase like from Poshmark or Bakari or somewhere, you bought a palette, you know, you could clean it up yourself and make sure it was, you know, you weren't catching any germs. You just never know these days, right? Times have changed. Times have changed. Oh, my mother-in-law has decided to retire. She is enjoying not going into work, although she is working from home. She is one of the administrative assistants at the church. Our church it was Biltmore Baptist. They dropped the Baptist part. I don't know why. It's still a Baptist church. But our church is huge. When the church first started, it was tiny, and then it grew to a pretty good-sized church. And then when Pastor Bruce Franks is his name, when he took over, man, we built a new church that is humongous. It's big. They call it the campus. Big church with. I need to put on makeup while I'm talking, not just talk. Big church with. There's all kinds of things there. We used to have a cafeteria, but they closed it. But and there was Starbucks, but I think there were no longer Starbucks. It's just a regular coffee counter there. And my husband and I, when Nathan was younger, and we had he could not sit in the main auditorium. So all around the outside of the auditorium is a hallway. It just goes all the way around it, and there is comfortable seating, and there are flat screen TVs. It was for overflow, and we would always go to the early service and get coffees, get drinks, and sit and watch the service and let Nathan just do his thing, you know, and we didn't have to worry about him disrupting anything going on. And everybody knew what we were doing. You know, we called it Coffee Church. That's what we called it. Good Coffee Church. Maybe Nathan came up with that. I don't know. But yeah, we don't have to do that. Well, we're not going anywhere. Church is online. Since the shutdown, our church has gone online. And our church service gets 50,000 views a week. That's amazing. And I was saying, our church, let me think real quick. What am I doing? Okay, eyebrows. Our church has several campuses now. So the main church is here on the south side, which it's always been. I live in Biltmore section of Asheville, which is the section where the Biltmore estate is. I'm in the south side of town. And so that's where Biltmore Baptist is. I still call it Biltmore Baptist. And then there's an East Asheville campus. I think there's a West Asheville campus. There's a campus in Franklin, North Carolina. I don't know all the campuses. It has spread out. And then, like I said, now online. My mother-in-law told me they're working on planning to open back up, but no children's services. At Christmas, at Halloween, they do something called Hoopla, although they changed the name of it last year. But Hoopla was carnival games and inflatables and set off fireworks. The church sets off fireworks for the 4th of July, or they used to. Yeah. And we used to, when did they stop? Several years ago, we used to have a Christmas pageant, and people would come from all over. I mean, it would sell out. But they stopped doing that a few years ago. I don't know why they stopped the Christmas pageant. But it's big production stuff, you know. When you go in there, it's like going to a concert. I don't mind it being such a big church. Sometimes I just like to be anonymous and not have everybody in my business. And I do like the fact that we can just chill, you know, on couches and watch in the hallway if we choose to. So anyway, that's about my church. Here we go. And people ask me, oh, you go to Biltmore, do you know so-and-so? No. Because normally it's 2 services a Sunday, sometimes 3, and there's so many different campuses now. Just because somebody goes to Biltmore, I don't know them. It's just too big. It's just too big. I do know some people. But they were great with Nathan when he was younger. They really, Miss Jessica, which Jessica got married and has kids of her own now, but she was, when Nathan was little, she was a young 20-something studying special needs teaching. And that's what she does. She's a special needs teacher. And, but she was in school for that, and she just fell in love with Nathan, and she would take him to Sunday school. And she would stay with him, and oh, she was great. Well, she still is great. She's just married with kids, and she doesn't have to take Nathan to Sunday school anymore. All right, I am going today use my Tartelette palette. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to use the lightest shade just as the base, and then I'm going to use this Natasha Denona Lila, mini Lila palette. But there's not a like light cream shade. This one is a shimmer, and I like to put a matte down, so I'll just use this palette here since I am panning it. Now, my big news. I think I told you guys in earlier videos, earlier in the year, I was planning, you know, something big for business-wise. I don't know how big, but I was planning something business-wise. Well, that fell through. Well, it didn't fall through. I canceled it. I'm like, no, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe that's not what I want to do. And so I've been thinking, now that I'm no longer homeschool, and we could use a second income. I am not well enough to work outside the home. So I needed to think of something I can do from home while I get better. But truth, I don't want to work outside the home anymore. I don't want to be out there in the rat race. So I have thought, what are my other passions? And my passions are jewelry. That is one of my big passions. So I've decided to become a jewelry reseller. I have a Poshmark and a Macari account, which I haven't done anything yet. This is just starting right now. I'm going to open an Etsy store for vintage pieces, and I am probably going to open an eBay store. I am not sure yet. I need to read up on that, see what all needs to be done for an eBay store. And I ordered from Goodwill. You can shop Goodwill online, or ordered a huge box of just miscellaneous jewelry. So what it is at the Goodwill, when they get it all in, they just pack it in a bag, and then they send it out to you. So you get to go through and see if there's anything good, anything bad. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm such a crafty person, and I already have ideas. I'm going to take the broken pieces of jewelry and create new things with it. So I'm not just going to be a jewelry reseller, but I'm also going to create pieces as well. So that is what I'm going to do. So I have decided that once a week, maybe if there's nothing to show, there won't be a video up. But if I have something to show, there will be a video up that's jewelry related. Cats are meowing again. But it'll be jewelry related. And I have coming in the mail tomorrow that Goodwill lot. And I am going to film going through it. And I know this is a beauty channel, but it's beauty, fashion. I figure jewelry kind of falls right in there. If you guys aren't interested in the jewelry video, that's fine. If you are interested, that's great. But it's what I'm planning on doing, starting a jewelry resale business. And also watches. My husband is a watch collector. He would like to be a really nice watch collector, but he really knows watches. So he's going to handle the watch part of it, and I'm going to handle the jewelry part. So yeah. So that's my big announcement. I don't know how big it is, but that's my announcement. I'm taking this camel color, and it does have a name, Flint, and I'm going to put it in my crease. So I'm excited to get that jewelry line. I just sat there and talked the whole time without putting makeup on. That's a waste. Yes, Tiger. What is it, Tiger? We don't have another repeat of cats. The dog is outside, so the cats can play. Sounds like we're going to have another round of cats meowing. They're like, oh, Mama is filming. Let's start playing and make a lot of noise. There we go. I'm going to do a simple eye today. Nothing too exciting, especially since I just sat there and talked without doing anything. Let's see. Anything else going on? I'm just real excited about the jewelry. Went through my jewelry, and remember when I did my jewelry declutter? I didn't do anything with it. I still have all that. So I'm going to go through that and list it to sell as well if I feel like it's sellable, or repurpose it. And there will be items that do not interest me to repurpose, and I will make new lots, or a new bundle of that and resell it, because somebody could probably use some of those pieces. Now I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm just going to go into Linen, which is that shade. I'm going to put that all over my eyelid. Very pretty. Oh yes. See, it's just a simple eye. Just a simple eye. Very pretty, very pretty. I'm going to take my detail brush, clean it out. I'm going into Blue Dahlia because that is one that is in my Summer Blooms project that I'm doing. And I'm going to put this on put this on my outer V. I don't know how little my outer V is. Just for a little pop of color. There we go. There we go. And now I'm going to take that same detail brush, same color, and I'm going under the lower lash line. My eye wants to water a little. I'm going to smudge this crease just a little bit. Blend that out just a little. Yeah, I think that I'm going to keep it simple just like that. I'm going to put my liner and mascara on and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Simple eye, but nice. Now I'm going to put some bronzer on. Put it under my chin. We got the pool all situated and the pump's running now, and we still haven't got in it because I swear it's crazy. At least it's setting and ready to go, but it's going on 2 weeks and nobody's, well, I have gone into the pool. I've walked into it and scooped out leaves, but I haven't, because it's so big you can't just reach over. I have to get in the pool and get the leaves out. So I've done that. Alright, time for blush. I'm going to use my Too Faced Something About Berry. This is discontinued, but it is in a project pan of mine, so be very careful. I've started brushing some of my blush up in my temple. I used to do that a long time ago, and I don't know why I stopped. I do like how that looks. And I don't like a lot of blush. I think you guys know that. I think that looks just about right. And then I have my Colourpop Smokin' Whistles. And I'm going to use my sponge. I think I'm going to dampen it again, just a little bit. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. It's hard for me to see. This looks a little dark over here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to take my dirty finger. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to have a makeup wipe. I can't do it. I clean my fingers. Okay, now. And keep it about a little. There we go. Now, did I put too much on my cheeks? I don't know if I did or not. Let me grab my, I'm going to grab my Shade and Contour palette. And I'm going into this up here, powder. And I'm going to go over that a little bit. Tone it down a little, my nose. Let's see, put some powder up here. Powder my chin. There we go. I like the eyes. I think the eyes is looking good. Alright, now, I'm not going to use a lip liner, but I'm going to use my Smashbox lipstick in Fig. It is in a project. Like that. Now normally I would just leave that, but since I'm trying to use that project pan items, I have my Tarte lipstick in Park Avenue Princess, and I'm going to go over top of this. Make it a lighter color. Maybe just a creamier color. I love to do that with a good nude. That's a nice nude lipstick. Now, am I done? No, because of Project Pan's gloss. Let's put some lip gloss on here. Is this in a Project Pan Or is this just something from Shop My Stash? I don't know. I think that's enough. There we go. Now, spray my face. I think it looks good. Nice. There we go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for listening to me talk about plans and what I want to do, and I appreciate it. Any feedback is totally welcomed. So yeah, thanks guys, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and everybody please stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you next time.